on this particular topic, so voice was not there, so okay, no problem. So good morning all of you, and today we are going to start new session, that is the cell biology. So actually some due to some reason, technical reason, uh, we couldn't start on the right time, so there is no problem, we will start now. Okay, so in this topic, particularly cell, so I remember that in last lecture we discussed regarding the cell, the meaning of cell, what is the exactly cell. So many students were present at that lecture, for that lecture. So cell is that whatever structural and fundamental unit of the life of the living organisms. So what is the actually cell? So nothing but the fundamental unit or fundamental structure of the living organism, whatever it may be, animal or plant. So many scientists or some scientists proved that the every living organism is made up of cell. Every living plant is made up of cell. So whatever living organisms are there, whatever living plants are there, or whatever biota are there on this earth, that each and every single animal is made up of this cell. Just clear this. So in this semester, in this BSc first year semester second, we are going to learn in detail regarding this cell. Now we know that, very well know, the structural and functional unit of life means or meaning the whatever we are living. We means all living organisms on this earth, all living plants, that each and every single animal, even the microorganisms, that or they are made up of this cell. So my voice is clear there? Just tell me in comments box. My voice is reaching there? Up to you people. Just tell me yes or no in comments box. Now, how it will look the cell? We are discussing, we are telling cell is their fundamental and structural unit of life. So how it's look? What are the components inside the cell? In scientific language, organelles. Whatever components, whatever parts are there inside the cell, we say that organelles. What organelles? So which kind of organelles, which type of organelles are present inside the cell, or cell is empty? Definitely not. There are some organelles inside the cell, and which are that organelles? We are going to see ahead. What their functions? If cells carrying some function, carrying some important function for us, for living, for every living organisms, so what are the components, isn't it? And which kind of cells are there? We are going to see ahead. Basically there are two type of cells. One is the prokaryotic cell and second is the eukaryotic cell. So first of all, those are attending students, all students should take one notebook and one pen. Whatever we are going to discussing over here, that points we have to note, isn't it? That point are essential for you people. Okay. Yeah. So there are two type of cells. One is the prokaryotic cell and second is the eukaryotic cell. Now the prokaryotic cells, what are the difference between two cells, isn't it? If we say the two type of cells are there, prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cells, whatever microorganisms are there, unicellular cells are there, isn't it? So we saw the unicellular cell or unicellular organism we saw in last lecture. Anybody can tell me unicellular organisms, name of unicellular organisms in chat box? Yes, like Euglena. So whatever consent of prokaryotic cell, what is the meaning of prokaryotic cell word? So pro means initial, karyons means body. So prokaryotic cell nothing but the whatever consent of prokaryotic cell that related to microorganisms or especially unicellular organisms. All unicellular organism, if we saw, there will be related to prokaryotic cell, means all unicellular organisms made up of prokaryotic cell. So there are two kinds of organism. One is the unicellular organism and multicellular organisms. Whatever consent of multicellular organism that made up of prokaryotic cells, and whatever consent of the multicellular organism that made of multicellular organisms. So this is the main difference. Main difference means whatever difference is there, we are going to see ahead. But just right now, just clear that there are two type of cell. One is the prokaryotic cell and second is the eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell related to unicellular organisms and eukaryotic cell related to the multicellular organisms. In this sense, all unicellular organism made up of cell, but which cell? That prokaryotic cell. And all multicellular organisms are made up of, but by which cell? That eukaryotic cell. Now we are going to see the image of that eukaryotic cell or animal cells ahead. This is the animal cell. This is the animal cell, and in the particular animal cell, which organelles are present there in the cells, we are going to see that. First is cell membrane. See, whatever cell is there, animal cell, I am talking regarding the animal cell. Every animal cell have cell membrane. Every animal cell have cell membrane. Now cell membrane will be last boundary of that particular cell, and cell membrane will be protect to the cell. Whatever cytoplasm is there, whatever cell is there, cell membrane is there, then cytoplasm is there. Cytoplasm, nothing, whatever fluid is there inside the cell, we say the cytoplasm, isn't it? Fluid is there, and that fluid is present inside the cell, we say that cytoplasm. Remember, second organelle is there, mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse. Mitochondria commonly called the powerhouse of the cell. Why? Because he generates the energy. That's why we say the commonly called mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Just remember that. Now next organelle is there. Now next part of the cell is that nucleus. Nucleus is very essential organelle, very essential part of the cell, because nucleus carrying hereditary material. Because nucleus carrying hereditary material, that's why nucleus is very essential for the any kind of cells. Means eukaryotic cell exception is there, nucleus is not present in prokaryotic cell. Remember that nucleus is absent in the prokaryotic cell, but nucleus is present in the eukaryotic cell, and that carrying the hereditary material, genetic material carrying by the nucleus of the cell, and that's why nucleus is the heart of the cell. Second is that DNA, second component or second organelle is the DNA. DNA is the hereditary material, which whatever genetic material carrying from the parents to the offspring, that is the DNA. Next is the endoplasmic reticulum. Next is the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. One is the rough endoplasmic reticulum and another is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So for the endoplasmic reticulum there are two types, and one is the rough endoplasmic reticulum and second is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that's carrying some material from one part to another part or packaging the material. All these things are doing by the endoplasmic reticulum. That's depending on smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which is or rough endoplasmic reticulum. Next organelle is lysosome. Lysosome is very essential for the body. I'm telling you, for the any organism body, for any cell. Why lysosome is essential? Whatever phagocytosis is there, which is made up by the lysosome. What do you mean by the phagocytosis? Supposed to some foreign body, some foreign organism is attacked or invades inside the body. At that time, lysosome will play essential role to kill that foreign organism to save our cell. So this is the lysosomes having very essential function inside the cell. Next organelle is the ribosome. Ribosome also is important organelle for the cell because ribosome is producing protein. Ribosome is synthesizing the protein for the cell, for the body. And next again another organelle is there, that Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus also is involved in the packaging the material, whatever parts, whatever some material, if cell want to pass the material to outside the cell or inside the cell, that will be play a role by the Golgi apparatus, or whatever transfer the material from the cell to out of the cell, that will be depend on Golgi apparatus. So like these animal cells and their organelles means part of the cells. What is meant by the organelles? So just part of the cells, which kinds of parts are there present in the animal cell, that means nothing but the organelles. Now again one thing I would like to tell you, that the cell we are discussing or we are studying the cell. So cell, with the help of cell there will be form the tissue. With the help of tissue there will be form a organ, and with the help of organ there will be form a body. Means sequence is there: cell, tissue. With the help of cell there will be form a tissue. With the help of tissue or collecting tissue, it will be form a organ. With the help of organ, so many organs, there will be form organisms or body. So like this, cell is working there. Cell, so many cells we can say. If so many cells are there, we used to say that this is the tissue. What is the difference between cell and tissue? Cell you can observe by your finger. You can observe by your finger. So this finger is made up of tissue, but tissue made up from cells. So every cells having unique characters, and with the help of various kinds of cells there will be form a tissue, and various kinds of tissues it will be form organs, and with the help of organs there will form organisms. So like this, regarding cell, I think there are some, how many students are there? I think so we joined right now. Yeah, Nikita Patil is there, Anjali Rathod, Sanika Marutkar, Komal Markar, Rajkumar Chauhan, Sanika Marutkar, Anjali Rathod. Oh yeah. So in next lecture, just tell to your friends to join our lecture, because every lecture is have their importance. So in the next lecture we are not going to repeat this lecture, but whatever student present is there, it's very low, and just tell to your friends. So this session is started already, and if possible we will took some portion of the in next lecture, but it will not possible to take all lecture repeat again. So I think students are there for our lecture, and might be all student got some points regarding cell, and I hope this lecture will be informative for you. And in next lecture just be present for lecture, because in this session we start a lecture. Just tell your friends. If you are not subscribed the channel, just subscribe the channel for your information, or you can get the one notification when lecture will be start. So tell to your friend and just join the lecture. Okay, so if any question is there, just type in comments box. We will try to solve that questions. Okay. You have 2 minutes. Just within 2 minutes you can send the question. We will discuss on that particular questions. Okay. Nikita Patil, any question? Sanika Marutkar, Komal Markard, Rajkumar Chauhan. Okay, whatever questions are there, there is no problem. We'll discuss in next lecture. So I will stop here, and just join the lectures, coming lectures. Okay. So thank you very much to join us, and have a nice day.